What's up, everyone? Welcome to Finance with Tony. I'm Tony, and here we are sharing some ideas about a frugal lifestyle. Hot hello all the way from Novosibirsk City, which is the capital of Siberia, and Siberia is 10% of the world's landmass. And I decided to start my channel with an observation of my city where I live now, to make easier understanding to understand how my financial habits play on the ground and implement it in my lifestyle. So at the moment we are in the railroad avenue that connects Trans-Siberian Railroad station with the Lenina Square, which is the main square in the Siberian capital, with opera theater, Russian ballet, and so on. So on the background you can see another shop for Parfumica, that called Parfumica. Obviously it is the competitor of L'Etoile perfume shops that I mentioned in my previous video. And on the background you can see one of the first shopping malls after communist era, that was built after communist era, that called Flagman, and accidentally it is actually the place where my career path start off. I used to work as a promoter here. I was a flyer guy, and I remember right in this place back to the 2000. It was a special year, right? I applied to the Novosibirsk State Pedagogical University, and as a part-time job I was a flyer guy. And I remember that I remember this feeling when I stood I stood near this building in the rainy weather, and I've seen a lot of people on beautiful cars, and so expensive outfits and outlooks. I guess this was quite a turning point in my mindset, that I decided that I have to put all my efforts to be financially good, at least, and maybe even rich. But at the moment, I would say I just financially stable. I'm able to maintain my frugal lifestyle, without any sources of income, and it would be in November. It would be 2 years after I left my company. I'm 38, and it's sort of step back in my career path. And back to this place. We have some bakery on the background, orange shield with the bakery, and also some goods from Belarusian goods. Siberia is a melting pot of cultures, and also it's a mixed bag when it comes to cultures, races, and so on. So, after in last couple of decades, we must to admit that in last couple of decades, an infrastructure was dramatically advancing, and we have a lot of shopping malls, new housing, a lot of glass, a lot of metal, and so on. And feel free to check out my videos about about other streets, and also on the background you can see the small shopping mall that's called Bonanza. I never have been inside, but I guess it's a typical. Oh, so sorry, it's not Bonanza, it's called Windsor. I miss. I confused this one with I confused this place with another one. And also on the background you can see some nice local fast food that called Uygurian cuisine. I did mention that before that I don't have an idea what is Uygurian cuisine. I mean, where it comes from. Maybe it's originally from Siberia, and maybe it's one of the Siberian folks, Uyghur, maybe from somewhere from Soviet Union. Sorry for my ignorance, but we have hundreds of cuisines here. I mean, when it comes to food and restaurants, you'll find here easily Italian food. I mean, everywhere you can taste Italian food. Everywhere you can find Japanese food. I mean, sushi, ramens, and so on. And also, of course, typical fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and so on. You name these brands. And on the background you can see miscellaneous types of businesses. And also, speaking about inheritance from Soviet era, from communist era, here on the background you can see the central department store. Sorry for noise, it's a little bit noisy. The central department store that was upgraded or repaired after huge fire that in maybe it was 1 decade ago. Yeah, I guess something like that. And so here's the piece of Novosibirsk City, and back to the educational part. I live in 3 minutes from this place by foot, and most part of the videos, I mean, I made roughly 30 videos at the moment, and the major part of places that I show you in my video, it's like 5 or 10 minutes on foot from my apartment. I mean, I live in the center part of Novosibirsk City, near the subway that called Red Avenue subway, and all of this infrastructure. I mean, I have an access to the infrastructure, and I can save money and time for instead of commuting like half hour, an hour, maybe even 3 hours. You know, the vast majority of population here in Novosibirsk City, that is 1.6 million. I mean, 1.6 million. Novosibirsk has a population of 1.6 million, and the vast majority of this population, the vast majority of people commute from suburban areas, and obviously it's a common situation, common concept in most metropolitan areas on Earth, right? On the background you can see the beef shop, something like that. I mean, you can get some meat, some local supplier or local provider of local, I would say, restaurant, maybe, or not restaurant, but like fast food that focused on meat. And also I didn't mention, I did the video before about this place. Feel free to check out my channel, because that would be my last statement in this video about an infrastructure. I would like to say a couple of words about my lifestyle in general. So on the background you can see the shield, brown colors, that called Han boots. Han means could be linked to Tatarian language, and it's pretty nice place to taste a cuisine from one of the regions of Siberia that called Ulan-Ude. Their capital is Ulan-Ude. Ulan-Ude is, but basically it's a Buryatia Republic. Buryatia Republic, not so far from Baikal Lake, which is the largest lake in the world, with a fresh water, and yeah, generally speaking, Siberia is 10% of the world's landmass, and it's a nice place to be in when it comes to ecotourism, and it includes you have an access to the Altai Mountains, which is the Asian Alps, and also to 3 out of top 10 largest rivers in the world. One of them is here, is Ob River. It is situated here, which is the 7th longest river in the world. I did video about the Ob River before. Feel free to check out my videos. So back to my statement about reducing commuting and time savers, like living in the central part of the city, and also early to bed, early to rise, to shift your schedule and to avoid all lines, like time-consuming transactions. So also on the other hand, it allows you to reduce your to cut your spendings on a car ownership, right? And also car insurance, including car insurance, and also some taxes. I don't know about your situation, but if you have a truck here, if you drive a truck, if you prefer some brands like Cadillac or Land Cruiser, something like that. Porsche Cayenne, Audi Q7, and so on. It goes without saying that your taxes here will going through the roof. Generally speaking, we have quite an affordable taxes here, and we have flat 13% taxes on income. It's a federal taxes, and we don't have municipal taxes on income, of course. And I guess it's I could be wrong, but I guess Russia has Siberia as a part of Russia has one of the best conditions when it comes to taxes. It's really affordable, but the trick is that employers in Russia, companies in Russia, have to pay taxes to the social security, to the retirement funds, and so on, for employees. And it could be that's why it could be some ifs, ands, and buts in this area. But generally speaking, overall, I guess there is no doubt that living in Siberia, you can save a lot. When it comes to taxes. First of all, when it comes to housing, for instance, I live totally in the black. I mean, I paid off my mortgages, and also I never use credit cards or something like that. I mean, uh, penny saved is a penny earned, right? And it's a part of my financial recipes for you. And also be careful when it comes to taxes. And I guess as an example about housing taxes in Siberia, I have one-bedroom apartment, like 370 square feet, and my taxes, I would say, I could be wrong, but it's probably like $30 a year. I mean, I even didn't know the exact number. It's which is really bizarre for me. I use only sorts of payments, only my Apple Pay. Every transaction I can check out, and I also I really control my purse strings, but I don't have to pay any attention to the I don't have pay an attention how many taxes I have to pay for my apartment, because it's really peanuts. I mean, it is really peanuts. I mean, yeah, I guess the thing here, that the property taxes in Siberia based on property taxes in Siberia are independent from the market price of your houses. So here's the really sweet spot living here when it comes to live in Siberia. So at this point, I guess my closing statement would be near this playground, which is one of the typical playgrounds here in Siberia. I did recently the video about playgrounds, and also about an infrastructure for childhood education, kindergartens and schools, public schools. Feel free to check out my videos. Obviously, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for coming along, guys. Really appreciate your attention, and have an awesome day.